TUNDRA is 0-1, and they have a chance to also be 1-1, and then Liquid has a chance to also be 1-1 after the next game. It's a madhouse here. Dreamleague Season 14 powered by Intel Tiebreaker Sunday here with T-Gov and Kyle and T. This game had a lot of great plays and also a lot of errors here and there, but it made it all the more fun.
Oh, this game was just amazing for just this full-on fight. You know, Kyle, he literally said at the end of the cast, like, it felt like just one big team fight for 40 minutes, and that's what it was. Just teams using buybacks, teams constantly going at it. I think you could maybe argue that sometimes TUNDRA, they got picked off a couple of times. Seb clearly doesn't look too happy right now with the situation. Like, he won, but he's like, do we really have to win like that? Is that how we as OG want to win a game? The answer is clearly a no. They're happy, but whew.
We ended that. It was 48-45, TUNDRA's favor, right? In a 47-minute game. We're this close to 2 kills per minute on average. Like, that is about as active as you'll see in a game of Dota. Compare that to some of the matches we saw yesterday. It's like 5-4 in the Na'Vi VP match. It's like 20 minutes into the game. Like, what is this? This is Dota right here, babe.
So good. Yeah. Like, I kind of want this to go again. You know, like, why not? Why not just send it back through? But also, we're following the script right now, guys. Okay.
Yes,
so unfortunately, you know, OG, they beat TUNDRA. Liquid, they beat OG. So now TUNDRA beat Liquid 2-0 in the group stage. So if TUNDRA is to beat Liquid, as they have before, we got to run it back.
Oh, I'd be very hyped for that.
And
This is the trouble.
You go first, Kyle.
Go on, Kyle.
In the first game of the day, Liquid was in the lower bracket, right? In theory, they had to win. Now they're in the upper bracket because they could lose. This is Liquid's kryptonite. All right, they do better when it's a must-win situation. This is not technically must-win.
No, it's very simple. Like, if they lose, then they go again. And so, you know, then you get your second chance, as you would have in an upper bracket. And if you win, you go major. I mean, there's a lot on the line here. Let's break down the OG TUNDRA game a little bit. It was a madhouse. There's a lot of things we want to highlight. Unfortunately, I think a lot of them are going to be maybe having some negative connotations to it. I want to just touch upon Biver and the stress levels, because we know he can play Earth Spirit. We have seen him do it before. We have seen him be really good at that hero. But T, this was not his best performance we've seen.
Yeah, I think a few people on Reddit and Twitch did highlight that Biver was missing some roles. I think it happens to most of us on a good day. But yeah, it was a rough game for Biver. He wasn't really connecting on some of these crucial roles that really need to come into play, unfortunately. But I think you have to also look towards OG, the lineup they had. You know, you have this IO Weaver, this super mobile Ember, and it was constantly finding pickoffs. And often TUNDRA would be taking fights where they've already lost an Ursa. They already lost a puck. You know, something had gone wrong. Like, we also have a clip on it, by the way, Shiva, about mid lane, where it's like, these fights that TUNDRA are winning, it's like unnecessarily painful. Like, sure, the Ember's dead here, but the Ursa's dead. Like, they are relying so heavily on like this quick high ground siege where mid one kind of misplays a little bit. And it's like, TUNDRA, imagine if they had played a little bit tighter, if they weren't recovering every fight. Like, if we fought 20 minutes before this, Puck had died. It's the same scenario every time. And like, TUNDRA, I think they made their lives a little bit difficult, but flip side, OG, they played so well about the mobility of their heroes. Weaver, Ember Spirit, always finding the pressure. Kyle, okay, we have to praise Kyle. This is, no, and then also this tip here. This is the best tip I've ever seen in my absolute life. Where Fada, he goes to Skidder in the Discord, you know, they're not at boot camp. He's like, lad, we don't even need you to win this game. But then, you know, 10 minutes later, he's like, please Skidder, we need you to win the game. But great tip.
Look, Seb carried the squad in that ET briefcase, okay? To a victory. He is willing his squad there. Some good saves. Thompson did okay in the early game, but like, that was not the OG we're used to see.
I know, for sure.
Let's be real.
No, this is not. But at least they like, this is why TUNDRA wasn't able to win, was because they were getting picked off. So even though OG wasn't playing at like, you know, their TI level, they were still playing well enough to punish the kind of greediness of TUNDRA's kind of map positioning, right? And that's the key thing. Like, if OG was playing like maybe 5% worse, this easily would have been TUNDRA walking over them. But Seb with the briefcase and these critical pickoffs, shout out to the neutral and the Stormcrafter, which actually cancelled the puck blink, stopping the puck surviving, which could have easily led to another TUNDRA advantage. Like, the small things that OG were able to do, even though the big picture of the game was clowny, did work out well for them.
It really did. And I mean, Seb, he just really wants to go to the major, but it's out of his hands because OG, they now have to sit on the sideline. We're moving on to the third and potentially final game of the tiebreaker, or potentially we're going to have another go at 3 games after that. It all depends on the result. We're going to head to a Liquid versus Tundra. Let's talk a little bit more about that because the previous time these two teams met, it was Tundra that 2-0'd Liquid. And I think that I'm mostly curious to hear like what made Tundra's playstyle be so painful for Team Liquid that time, T?
Simply put, Keeper Light and Earthshaker. They've got them both games for Tundra, and that's kind of where Tundra really kind of showed up to this tournament, going, we can actually play really good Dota, but it was built around 2 of the most broken supports at the time. Shaker has fallen off a little bit, and Keeper Light probably will get banned, knowing kind of Liquid's desire not to play against it. So Tundra really have to show something new because they relied heavily on one strategy to beat them. Like, do they have a second strategy to beat Liquid?
Yeah. Liquid don't like when people play super fast against them.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
You consider how long they had the laning stage go on in that game they had Huskar. You know, it was at least like 10, 15 minutes. They had Roche and they were still somewhat playing 3 lanes. Tundra, if they can abuse this rotation speed around the map and fight Liquid, that's what they fear. Liquid will kill you. So you have to be willing to kill them first.
And I think that you can only pull out a Huskar in best of ones once. I mean, this is going to be something that like Tundra is going to be prepared for this. I don't know how you can potentially prepare for it. Maybe just by banning it out in the last phase, just in case. But do you think they're going to have something else up their sleeves, T? Because we have seen them win these, like especially for Team Liquid, second games of the series have traditionally, or at least for the last 2 series they played, have been really convincing and really fast.
I think it simply goes down to the coin toss. And that might sound like a cheap answer, but Liquid won the coin toss in the first series. OG won the coin toss in the second series. Both teams take second pick. Gone.
What has happening?
What's happening?
Tundra won the coin toss, have chosen Dire. Liquid choose second pick. Yes.
They chose Dire?
They did. But remember what we said about this last time? When a team chooses Dire, it means they are planning on using that economy. Like that's the only reason you get to choose. You can choose Dire, right? But at the same time, Kyle, that is making it somewhat predictable.
Bold
in a way.
Statement.
That's a coddle side, I would say, right?
Yeah.
You know, you can go straight to the ancients, stack them up. You get first pick.
Yeah.
I can see that being a benefit against Liquid, but to your points, you know, do you really want to give a team that has all of these awful, disgusting best of 1 heroes in the repertoire final pick?
First of all, what's the better side, Radiant or Dire?
I have no idea.
Okay. Radiant.
Thank
I
you,
will
Shiva.
say it.
What's better in a best of 1, first or second pick?
Second pick, because then you get last overall, T.
There we go. So what's Liquid rocking right now, Shiva?
Second pick and Radiant, T. Do I get a sticker?
They have to have some boss strat right now. Like, of course, they spoke out Dire and economy, but like they need to have something up their sleeve. If they don't,
mean, they better.
And of course they do.
Dire, they better have something.
They better. Kyle, just setting the scene, man. That's what I'm doing here, trying to get some hype. They better break.
They better. We're gonna find out if they have something up their sleeves, though, because we are ready for the draft of this third and potentially final decider game. Stay tuned for Team Liquid going up against Tundra.
Points in blaming you, you did not know. keeps on spinning. This is how I live. To me, what you sold.
Infinite tiebreakers, or at least another round of tiebreakers, or will Team Liquid advance to get a major slot in the wildcards at the Singapore Major? We're going to find out in one best of one between Team Liquid and Tundra. So far, Team Liquid has taken one game off of OG, and Tundra has lost against OG. That means that indeed, if Tundra wins, we're going to go again. If Liquid wins, they go major. I'm here with T-Gov and Kyle, and you're, of course, watching Dreamleague Season 14, powered by Intel. Tiebreaker Sunday is, it's already very exciting. I'm not going to say it's getting more exciting. It's super exciting already. T-Gov, Tundra, they ban out Lone Druid, they ban out the puck. I am curious to hear what kind of strategies you could have around that dire side that they chose first.
I feel like you just look towards the idea of dire rather than leaning too heavily into it. We've seen in kind of Eastern Europe, they properly tried to go for like the dive advantage, going for bristleback or like a big neutral taker. I'd like to see them not overreact to it. Just get a carry that maybe buys the battle for you, like Skidder loves doing, and then just lean on the fact that you can retreat to the jungle. But it's simply like, what's the reason for dire? Like there clearly is a reason. They've got a strat in mind, and I'm really excited to see why they're picking it. Like, is there some kind of niche mechanic they want to bring out the offlane, or like something to kind of utilize in a best of one? But the fact that they gave up second pick and they gave up Radiant to their opponent, that alone does kind of feel like I'm already a little bit worried for them.
I think we should chill on the choice of side.
Okay.
Because in these best of ones, it's all about comfort. And
Yes.
whether or not, maybe 99 teams feel better on Radiant. If Tundra feels strongest on Dire, they should play Dire. Consider also, they know Liquid wants second pick. So you're effectively giving you're giving yourself first pick. So if they consider that equal value or even prefer to have this Earth Spirit, which they once again first pick, then they got both of the things that they wanted. And there's that's the open, man. This is like the anti-liquid hero, that AoE silence, so solid. And they Enigma
That's a snap
second.
pick. Yeah.
Both these openers probably written down. The Spirit selection, no real surprise, but that is an early Enigma, that's for sure.
They do use it as a flex pick. We have seen Taiga play it. We have seen, I believe, in the past also Boxy play it, and they can shuffle it about however they see fit. And I do also want to point out that the game they played that was 13.5 minutes against OG that they won, it was Taiga that game that was playing the Enigma, and the Void Spirit was also picked that game played by Mickey.
I think Liquid are once again kind of relying on where our hero is going, and then using that second pick to its great advantage. They need to kind of pick up. I guess they're going to reveal a lot more with this Enigma because they can't really flex that to the very end, because normally they're trying to utilize their core players with the kind of the flex value. So that for sure we'll see what's happening going into the second phase. Yeah, for Tundra, they're going to be very happy with this opening. Biver, I hope he had a rough first game on the Earth Threat, but realistically, it's only a couple missed rolls. The big picture, he still kind of did his job for the team. So I'm happy that he's not feeling too shook for that hero. But yeah. Death Prophet into Void Spirit. Death Prophet likes that matchup quite a lot.
Look, I'll quote my brother. You play a game of Earth Spirit, eventually you're going to miss a roll. All right.
That's true.
I thought he played just
true.
fine.
That's fair. They were just pretty painful to, like, this time around that game. He missed a lot of.
All right. The key thing here is, right, it started off rough and then got to just normality, and that's the key thing here is I want to see Biver just have the confidence in being able to just get that out of the window, and his early presence needs to be just like 20% better, and then it'll be fine. Just the first 20 minutes you can't be that shaky. If you're trying to qualify for the major, he needs to step up his game, and we can't beat around the bush. We have to be honest here. Like, he needs to step up his game if Tundra wants to have a chance to get into the major right now in the first 20 minutes, to be clear.
We shall see. I think you underestimate how difficult it is to play Earth Spirit against a bug and a Ember. It's like unclickable. But I understand where you're going with this. I already like the DP though. I think this hero is one that's a lot stronger than its pick rate demonstrates. And it's just when you think about Liquid, it's always Insania on these Grim Strokes and these Oracles. Now they have the Enigma, like these team fighters that are way in the back lines. Death Prophet allows you to get up close and personal with the core, and then you've got the silence for those spellcasters. And what do you know? Oracle once again. This is more, I think, a deny pick. I love DP into Oracle, but you can't give that to Tundra when they've already shown these two.
Carl, look at Liquid's band. It's like Liquid asking Tundra to pick Wraith King. We'll take away the Timbersaw. We'll take away the title. You want to do it? You want to do it, boys? Pick your Wraith King. It honestly feels like Liquid are really kind of baiting Tundra into doing it.
They wouldn't do it here, though. They would take Fada's hero unless they want to maybe commit to the Death Prophet 5,
exactly.
Which isn't a bad idea, I don't think.
I think if you're laning into an Enigma 3, you're probably not going to be too happy as Death Prophet because you're not really providing anything to the lane. Normally, like playing against more kind of beefier offlaners, that you can utilize that Siphon, run them down, and also have the higher move speed to kind of punish pulls and that kind of lane manipulation. Enigma, again, as an offlaner, doesn't care about any of these things. He just always has the lane in his position.
Should we be somewhat worried that Tundra only has 13 seconds left in their bonus time?
No, they're being thorough early on. I think a lot of these drafts nowadays, it's the first 3 picks sets you up to success. And also you have to remember against Liquid, you need to be ticking this checklist of, what squad could playing. And I think that's where, as long as Tundra are in a confident position of their first 3 heroes, that's fine. Of course, if they don't have a plan, then that's when it's, of course, that question, big issue, no reserve time.
I kind of feel like Team Liquid is also, I don't know, because they haven't used a single second yet of their bonus time. And because of that, obviously also give Tundra less time to think about just the draft in itself. And therefore pressuring Tundra to use more of their time. And they do end up going for that Wraith King.
it was like...
Well, they Ursa'd last game.
Yeah, it's like, okay. And if they win this series, it's only going to be Wraith King in the second set of tiebreaks. Yep. But no, yeah, for Liquid, you mentioned the idea of reserve time. This is kind of also the power of second pick because Tundra, when you're first pick, you have to decide what you're opening with. Liquid can respond. Like, it's so much easier to prepare a draft when you're reacting to the expected picks, right? When you're the one entering, it's like, okay, let's blind pick a Grim or an Earth Spirit or an Oracle, and let's hope that they go for this hero. If they pick this hero, we can respond. So in terms of like just general preparation, that's where second pick, you don't need to use so much reserve time because, again, you kind of follow the playbook of what's expected, unless Tundra really hits you kind of with a curveball. But again, when they open with Earth Spirit, Death Prophet, Crystal Maiden, kind of expected to round out with a Wraith King. There are really no surprises here for Liquid.
Yeah, I do like that Tundra still ban out the Huskar, just in case.
Yeah, you gotta make sure.
You gotta do that. Yeah. Is there still a chance for any cheese? I mean, Lone Druid obviously banned out first phase, but we know Mika or Quickfire plays a lot more. Is there still any chances? Also, Kyle, is this a Lesh game, considering you got the Oracle?
Ooh. It could be, but it's spooky against Wraith King because the double life factor. I think you want something that's more formidable. You look at this draft right now from Liquid, they're missing the hero that walks in and says, hey, hit me. You've got a lot of heroes that want to play around that guy. So I want it to be a bruiser. Okay. I could see a Bristleback being a possibility, especially after the Viper gets banned out.
Actually, I'd really like Leshrac for Liquid. I just think the idea of, like, you spoke about double life, but I think the time that Tundra takes to come online, it's so, like, marginal, so hard to get there. And some
just
type of
banned, though.
Yeah, exactly. Kind of pin like Tundra. That was a really good ban from Tundra. Well, just highlighting how it would have been good.
Yeah,
Raising Tundra.
and Tundra is on the same page as you. They're like, okay, we don't want to risk it. Whether they have that second life or not, a Wraith King with a second life is not good when the rest of his team is already dead around him.
Like Liquid right now, they're leaning on the fact that Enigma will pressure the safe lane. Wraith King, sure, he'll be able to farm, but like it's not going to be getting rid of this Enigma presence. And they go for the Mars. That's nice. But they needed a hero, or they needed some type of presence early on, because Liquid, strong off lane, if they have an active mid, then that's where you quickly get to a Battle Fury Destiny timing on PA. That's your team timing. You've already hit it in your stride. Tundra takes a little bit longer. Wraith King needs to get to Radiance +1. They need a little bit more something. So this Mars pick covers the lack of like early presence they have in team fights. And now at least they'll be able to do, they'll be able to do some good reactionary Dota. But where's the creativity of the last pick, Liquid? You've used all your reserve time, or used none of your reserve time, sorry.
They're
so
using
you
it
can
now.
use, yeah, exactly. Now you get to think it through. 2 minutes, boys.
Bristleback. It is just, it's the hero.
It's very good.
Although Death Prophet does have the drain factor, it's actually tough. This is like such a good lineup from Tundra. Like this is
very well rounded.
You're gonna kill stuff here, and the Wraith King for Skitter is definitely like #1. That Ursa is still #2.
Yeah, I love the fact that Tundra's covered themselves with the flexibility of Mars and DP can both be mid and off lane here. So the heroes that you might counter the DP with, you can still kind of put the Mars into mid lane. You can really have a good matchup no matter what. And if it is Void Spirit mid into Mars loves that matchup. So Liquid now are kind of forced with their flexibility going, maybe we don't really want to put, the Void into the Mars. We want to have a new mid lane. Suddenly, you now have like some Void Spirit Enigma off lane. I like how Tundra drafted this for sure.
Can you brood? That's not a thing, right?
No, not into Death Prophet mid. There was a Brood v DP matchup we saw within the season, and I think it was Liquid actually dodging the DP matchup, and they put the Brood safe lane because of the move speed, the Siphon, and the way that DP plays the matchup.
Who is playing what in this lineup for Liquid? Who is PA just for Mickey and then Void Spirit for Koifa? Because Koifa hasn't played Void Spirit at all during the entire DPC league.
I think
Boxy's doing a lot of
probably
talking
Boxy, right?
Oh, there it is.
Oh,
second pick, baby!
Look at the smiles, jabs, and Blitz behind and rolling away as well. Smiles.
So,
oh, God.
You ban our Lycan. It's not a Brood game. What do you go for? The Koifa Visage. We have not seen this, I don't think, in the entire DPC.
Correct.
But this is nasty. Look at the team fight. Look at the raw damage output.
It's Liquid in a best of one with second pick, guys.
I mean, this is like...
I don't know.
If you go back like years back when best of ones, like every time anybody talks about best of ones, it's always like, ooh, what's the cheese pick? And it's always either Huskar or Visage or Brood, basically, were the three options then. And it's like, it's best of ones 101. Watch out for the cheese.
Hopefully Tundra's been watching Koika's YouTube channel where he's been putting the Visage videos out there, understand what's good and what's bad on the hero and why he plays it. But for sure, I think Liquid's team timing right now, it's going to be so hard to protect your jungle against this non-stop chip. This Mars value in mid is a little bit less now. So yeah, Liquid, once again, utilizing second pick to great effect. They have a nice kind of well-rounded draft, but they could also run into some troubles. If you get to the Wraithling with the farm, the Mars with the farm, the BKBs, suddenly you don't care about this, whoop-de-woo Visage last pick, but you have to get there. That's the hard
What do you think about Mars mid, though? It will be Mars taken up by 9, Kyle.
I love him playing it, and I think that he'll see the same benefits as we saw in the previous game, where like Thompson felt so much better on this hero that could just make moves easier. And Visage against armlet heroes, especially if there's a Radiance in the game, it's not the same. Like, you can't fly above the Mars arena.
True.
So
but the shard, the invis things.
I want to see the Visage Ags. That's all I care about. I want to see him invis, fly, ganking, killing. This game's going to be good. It doesn't matter. Liquid, when they get to the major, it'll be splendid. If not, we're going to see more.
Either way. Yes, I can't wait. Kyle, we're going to leave you with Odie Pixel for this game 3 of the best of 1 tiebreakers here between Liquid and Tundra. Enjoy.
Thank you very much, Steve. Yes, let's find out if Liquid can do it or if Tundra can keep the cycle going in these best of 1s. I mean, this game, Carl, obviously we've heard some of your thoughts already. But would you say this Liquid lineup ending with the Visage is scarier or less scary than the lineup we saw earlier with the Huskar? Would you rather be sort of in Tundra's position this game or OG's position in game 1 against Liquid?
I think the Huskar pick. I mean, let's be real. This is Oracle Huskar. Sure. There isn't really that awesome, like, guaranteed win save. The PA is going to take some time to come online, and I think Liquid's still going to have a pretty strong timing, but like Tundra's on like their favorite heroes. If they get to a point where all 3 of these cores are farmed, and I think they should have a stronger laning phase, Liquid don't have a really easy time of taking fights. Like, who's initiating? The offlane Void Spirit? Like, Visage Q? They don't have that luxury as they did in the first game against OG with the Earth Spirit on their own team.
It's the attempt to start something off there, but not quite able to get the angle. As Liquid will be able to easily step away. Skiller still trying to see if he can set up on a Boxy. Boxy might not expect them to be in the trees. Here's Boxy. Oh my goodness, it's spooky. There's 4 heroes here. And Boxy, he'll dissimulate, and okay, he'll get away by taking too much damage from the tower that they can't tank tier 2s, of course, at this point. So no chasing. Boxy, he'll be fine.
It's really just going to come down to play on, especially with all this on the line. Again, benefit, I think, in Liquid's favor, just because they have the ability to relax. It's not the end of the world if they lose. They're just playing for a spot at the major. I think if this was for elimination, maybe they don't pick Visage here, just because it's such an odd pick. I mean, they're even lane swapping. Mickey's going mid against the Mars.
Okay.
Koifa in the safe lane. Okay. Well, I like this.
Yeah.
You really kind of dumpster a Death Prophet early on in the laning phase, and then when you get birds up, you actually just can't lane as 3-3 anymore. Plus, since you have like this slow and like this whittle down style of play, you're gonna just try and get a kill. Wait, Boxy's here.
Oh wait, what?
We're going for a kill.
All right, yeah.
Wait, he has
I guess Boxy and Tiger do this, don't they? Boxy and Tiger swap the 3 and the 4 sometimes, and that must be what they're doing here, right? They're going to give Tiger the priority.
Did he miss skill?
Who?
He has Dissimulate level 1 on Boxy.
Are you even watching the game, Kyle? He used Dissimulate to get away from when he walked into 4 heroes earlier.
Of course. I was just making sure the viewers at home were watching.
All right. Yes, of course he doesn't want it, but he had to take it when we clearly watched him.
Well, I'm questioning what he's going to do is what I mean. Oh, and I would understand going to be bottom to start the game to get a kill, but you need level 2, right? Like, why not just grab that up top? Look at the lane for Taiga. He has 0 CS because he's unable to apply any pressure as Skeeter just kind of last hits in his face because he knows he's alone. That's what I meant.
I see. That makes more sense. Let's see what Boxy can get done down here, as you say. I mean, but what would the reason be for this? That they do just want Tiger to have the solo XP, even though he is getting quite a few of these creeps denied against him?
I imagine just to guarantee Koifa's start, because if he hits 6, he's pretty much free to win by himself. Like, or rather, lane by himself. Like, a Death Prophet can't do anything once the birds and Grave Chill spam come out. Oh, Mickey just got skewered into tower.
Oh, that's a lot of damage there. Oh, nice. I think a very good trade-off there against Mickey. How's his regen looking? Yeah, just down to a couple of tangos. That's 9. He's more than fine. Bottles out. A few charges of that. Still good to go.
See here. I mean, the other thing is, oh wow, he got him. Oh my god,
just
down to the
get
tower.
in with the burst. It's too much. The God's Rebuke, the Spirit Master, is playing very low with that lack of regen. Mickey not able to get himself back in a healthy position. So, I mean, this Mars is going to be off to a great start, and already that 1 kill, you know that 9's going to hit that level 6 at a very good timing.
Indeed. The trouble is, and the concern I have, is that when you pull the Void Spirit to bottom, you also have nothing to deal with these camps for Tundra. So they've actually stacked the easy camp, and now it doesn't matter that you're denying the lane back, because they're just going to continuously pull and ensure that Enigma cannot get lane control. So Taiga is just already forced to hard camp, whereas bottom, like, we haven't really seen this Void get something done just yet. Like, even CS-wise, like, 3-3 and Koifa are even.
No, we'll see. I mean, he's at level 2 now, so he can get that spell. That's going to be more useful. I mean, ideally, you know, he wants to find the setup to get a remnant involved, but yeah, 33 and 5 and making sure that those opportunities don't really quite come out for Liquid.
Yeah, but mid is a big problem thus far. I mean, 9, as soon as he hits 6, Mickey, if he's not got a hero with him, will need a creep to jump to, or he ends up just dying inside.
Boxy at least able to come in and make sure that 9 doesn't get the refill on the bottle. Top lane Tiger. He's getting good farm out of this, but at the same time, not really able to put too much pressure onto Skeeter, as Skeeter's having a pretty free time up here as the Wraith King. So it's really going to be a question of how much Tiger's going to be able to achieve. You know, taking his turn to play the off lane as this Enigma, and being set up with the solo lane.
Just we'll see. I just think that this is, if you ask Tundra what they like best, it's when 9's off to a good start mid and Skeeter's free farming on Wraith King.
Sure.
Like, this is how they won against Secret. This is how they won at least half of their games in this DPC league. Of all the strategies Liquid could employ, I just don't know if I'm a fan of letting Skeeter free farm. And sure, you are going to deny like 1 creep a wave or so, but it's certainly not ideal.
Try go for 33. He's got the siphons going, but they should have to burst, and they do. So they'll be able to make use of that time where 5 has headed off to grab the bounties, and 33's been left alone.
And so you die.
I guess, you know, that's what you expect from this tri-lane, right? You know, if that tri-lane isn't killing 33 whilst he's alone, then what is this tri-lane achieving?
That's a great question. The thing is, they're losing both the other lanes, and it's one thing, like, when you tri-lane safe lane, it's value if you dumpster the off laner. The problem is, like, 3-3, he's got earned boots raindrop. He's happy. Fada up top is just gonna pull, and now he's free to rotate around. In fact, he'll go mid to check top rune.
I see Biver. Gonna try and roll away. Oh, Liquid, they've got the numbers, and Boxy and Insania with the control will set up for a free kill for Mickey.
All right. Nice glyph by 9, just getting a little more pressure under tower with catapult up. He has the arena, so Mickey's got to be afraid here. Might bait it though with Insania nearby, they could hop out too. Tiger up top.
Yeah, they're getting in on him, Tiger. He's going to try and run, but they'll have the control surely with a Red 5 Blast. The Eidolons are bringing Fada down pretty low, but not low enough to cause too many problems, as he should at least be able to deny himself to Roche if he wants to. He's actually got the salve going. So a quick few steps in and out of the pit to make sure that he doesn't lose that benefit. He's going to be able to fully heal.
I'm also a big fan of the armlet. I think we mentioned it in the pregame, but Skeeter, this is not a game to rush Radiance. You need to stay strong, preferably strongest hero on map.
Nine's ready to start taking kills. He's at this high-leveled Mars, ready to just drop the ult, move in for action. Boxy comes across. Boxy has to be a little careful. A couple of seconds and Nine's going to have the Spear and the Rebuke good to go again. With Fada by his side, if he catches anyone with the combo, they'll have the good burst and they're going to find Boxy. Biver, he's in, and between the two of them, they just destroy him. We'll see underneath the tower going for Fada. Fada just TPs away. Nothing to put a stop to that. I mean, this 9 Mars is really one that Liquid's got to keep tabs on because he's already starting to pop off this game and just 7 minutes in.
This is, I would say, his best hero. And it's something you're not really used to as a mid nowadays. Like, how many times have we really seen Mars mid? I think it's only been 9 who played it in the EU DPC.
We'll see here fighting around the rune 9. He's still able to be the one to pick it up. He'll get himself that regen rune.
Like, this has all the makings of a Tundra smash right now. Skeeter is alone top.
Yeah, he's free for. I mean, but yeah, so would you? Well, we'll see here. Get the grab onto Fada. No, he's away onto the low ground. Koifa bringing in the familiars from the side. They're going onto the Crystal Maiden. See if they can get Fada kicked over towards Koifa as Koifa finishes them off with the Soul Assumption. They'll try and chase for more. 33's turned up. Level 6, he's got the Ghost going. And this tier 1 tower is pretty much going to go down unless Liquid can pull off some sort of hold here. They have to be a little careful. Nine's got the arena. As 9, does he want to go for it? He does. Tiger is going to get the black hole off onto the two of them, though. Controls 9 and controls Biver. So despite the arena, Tundra, they can't do anything with it. Tiger holds his position. He turns up as well. And that black hole will keep the fight secure and the tower alive for Liquid. As now Liquid, with everybody around, Eidolons and Familiars, they can push back at Tundra's tier 1.
Yeah, that was huge from Liquid because it also brings all of their heroes to mid so they can apply some pressure, but it's just so hard. Skeletons up, Fada with the spam, 3-3 as well. Like, Visage is a excellent hero, don't get me wrong, but we typically see it in the solo lane because of the XP it gives you. But like, this is a level 6 Visage. I would not be super afraid at the moment if I'm Tundra, because once again, look top, it's just Skeeter free farming. He's gonna have an armlet at 10 minutes.
Like, this is the kind of game where Skeeter's probably just telling his team, like, well, I've got this. You know what I mean? Like, he's having that good of a start. Totally uninterrupted. 9 continue to get back in action. Will get the kill with Biver. And these two are a pair of killers. There's this Mars Ursper as they move across the map. I mean, is anything good for Liquid going to come of the fact that they are letting this Wraith King free farm? Like, are they going to have a plan later on to deal with him?
Sure. I mean, PA late game does match up quite well.
Okay.
It's just that the Visage Enigma are kind of, these hero concepts work because they get ahead. They take tower advantage. They want to fight you in the mid game. I don't know if that's the case. Like, Armlet Wraith King, he's going to have, like, what, 15 armor with that up? Almost all the damage from Liquid right now is physical. We'll see. They're going to fight him, though. Tundra's not going to let towers die for free.
Let's see it. Okay. Pushing in with the team right behind him. Can Tundra do anything to hold this? They've got Exorcism up in 10 onto the side. Skeeter moves on to Boxy. Jumps out with the Dissimulate, though. And now Liquid are going to start to back. Mickey moving down bottom as the wave gets pushed in. 9. Got a fair few waves out of that. And we are going to see that the Blink Dagger pretty much done for 9.
I love this from Fada. Or sorry, not Fada. 3-3. He just went treads. He's got an extra fluffy hat. Raindrops earn. He has 1,500 health, or 1,350 rather, on strength treads. And then he just, spams. He has CM aura, max Q. So he just sits at the tower. Oh, you want to dive? I pop ult. He's buying time now for his Mars to finish blank. He'll have that in, looks like, 2 more creeps. Wraith King will go Radiance next. And Tundra, like, yeah, sure, come push towers, we'll stand there. Yeah. And if you don't push towers, we'll out-farm you. Fine with us.
This'll come in handy.
This is going to be an interesting one because
that's not good. This is This is Skeeter Wraith King. He just got an armor at 2.5 minutes before average.
I mean, he's not. I mean, he's not really got any excuses for anything less than that because he's been left completely alone. He's had complete free farm on this top half of the map. We'll see if Liquid can keep up. As I mean, what would you sort of make of this anyway? You know, sort of about talking about some of the newer stuff. We do have obviously quite for going for the Ags. I mean, how good would you rate this Ags on Visage?
It is good, but again, it's better when you're ahead, right? Like it's about the ability to then sweep the map, pop out, you deal bonus damage. You need to be willing to go find enemies in fog to do that, and I'm not sure you're going to be in that position by the time this Axe is online. That's the concern.
I made the jump on 33. TPs are coming in. Black Hole from Tiger's going to be down. It's kind of early, and now they're going to be able to make them pay for it as they make the jump in onto Insania. He'll get the false promise off onto Tiger, as Tiger's going to try and TP out, but the stun's there from Skeeter as Tiger. He will also fall as they're able to defend that tier 1. Liquid going all in on the Death Prophet, and Tiger tried to set up to deal with the TPs coming in, but just made the call a little too early, so really didn't get much benefit out of the Black Hole at all.
This is just not, I mean, if you're an OG fan, you're smiling ear to ear. Same with Tundra. Liquid, you know, you got to make some magic happen right now. You need a good fight.
We're going to try and jump in for Biver. I'll see you with the Ghost 33. He's trying to pressure the tier 1 tower. Biver will go down. See if Mickey wants to try and do anything aggressive. No false promise for 60 seconds, though, so he has to be a little cautious. It could be hard, really, for Liquid to push Tundra away from the tier 1 9. He's going to look for the jump in. Spears Mickey back over towards the tower. They get the silence in onto Insania. They're moving in onto Mickey. Mickey's going to get taken down by all this magical damage. As they've got to run here, Liquid. Insania being chased down by 33. Nine's going to have Blink again in a second. Liquid, they've got to keep themselves right out of it. As that's the tower gone. Tundra continues to take objectives. 9, he's going to be working on that Desolator next. 5k lead. 14 minutes in, everything is looking very nice for Tundra. These items are going to come out at such good timings for 9 and Skeeter.
Yeah, we've been saying it all game, Owen, but like it's a relatively even kill line, but at the end of the day, Tundra's heroes are scaling faster, and their timing is going to be nuts. Like a Deso and a Radiance are going to come out. They're going to walk into the pit and dare Liquid to fight them. And my concern is, who starts the fight? Is it PA with his Naked Battle Fury? Probably not. Like, are you just going to have Koifa walk forwards and just pray he's strong? You kind of need an engagement that begins with Liquid is 5 and Tundra is only 3 or 4. So they're going to hunt that now. They smoked up, but look at all the wards that they've placed for Tundra. I mean,
oh yeah,
Skeeter's ult is ready. I think they scan it out. Bounty runes spawn, but it'll be 2 for 2.
Radiant are scanning.
Liquid should at least be able to finish off this tier 1 tower top. Unlikely to see Tundra trying to defend it. Insania, he's walking up into the jungle. He's trying to fight Skeeter. He's got the backup of box seat, but Biver's coming in with the roll straight away onto Insania. Insania's going to die for this, as he was heading into the jungle to sort of see what was going on. And Skeeter just ends up getting a further bit of a boost here towards the relic. I might even find more 9, especially if 9 can get a jump. Quakefer, he's off to the side. Tiger's here as well. No Black Hole for 10 seconds. 9. Oh, he actually reads it wrong there. I was thinking that Quakefer went up. I mean, still would have been a bit of a hard kill now. Quakefer having the silent as the grave. He's got that invis. A bit trickier for 9 to catch unless he has detection upon him.
We asked why did they play Dire, and if you look at Tundra's warding, I think we've been given the answer. Like this triumvirate of wards around the Roche pit, now control of the Radiant Ancient Camp triangle, and the Roche pit as well. Tundra are very content to just kind of sit back, relax, press their advantage through economy and macro. Koifa does have Ags up, but you know, that effect is really cool, but I question how he's gonna use it. You're level 10. Both your enemy cores are level 12. You're playing into Mars and Wraith King. Like, who are you gonna open on and yell surprise?
Yeah, it's. I mean, it's not like he's been having a bad game. You know, 3-0-2, but it's, you know, he was playing this from the safe lane, and Yeah, well, we've got to see what sort of impact he does have. I mean, at the end of the day, as you said, earlier, as long as they can make space and time for Mickey on his PA can still be this late game hero that's going to be rather difficult for Tundra's lineup to deal with if Mickey can keep up in farm. The problem is, though, that Skeeter and 9, they're just hitting their timings that much faster. It's got Skeeter having the relic done. Radiance will be there within the minute or so. And 9, he's got the Deso. The Blink Deso is complete. Whoever he gets a jump on is going to get burst pretty quickly at the start of the fight.
Indeed. I mean, Liquid, again, you will scale well. Don't get me wrong. Like, PA, especially with the rapier timing that we've seen Mickey pull out, you're going to be strong. But it's about what can Tundra do before that. Their timings are coming up. Radiance soon. There's the Deso. And the Mars Arena with no enemy BKBs is still pretty much impossible for Liquid to deal with. You can't escape it. You can dissimulate away. You can leap away as the PA. Taiga skipped the Necro and just went straight up Blink. Next item, BKB. And this is a cool choice here. He recognizes, hey, we're a bit behind. Necrobook, we're not going to be able to push no matter what I do. So instead you go for the game winner, right? At the end of the day, BKB, there's no cancel. So Blink Black Hole on 3 or 4, your team's probably winning that fight.
That's true, yeah. Definite potential for Taiga to make some big counter plays, especially against the lineup that has 4 melee, well, 3 melee heroes, but very much 4 that want to be right in the middle of the action. You include the DP with their ghosts. That's Boxy. Oh my goodness, that was close. Only just getting out of her, and he might. Yeah, he won't be able to jump away. 33, pretty much a moment away from having him there without silence. Boxy's got to be careful.
Oh my god, yeah. Skeeter just stunned. It forces the resummon, otherwise that would have been a free 100 gold. Radiance complete. A nice, what is that, triple? Yeah, triple ancient stack he'll be able to take right after. A much different pace from the previous game. We're not even at 1 kill per minute, let alone 2. And Liquid, this is, you don't typically see them this far behind in the camp stack metric, but it's a product of the draft. Yeah.
I mean, there's just overwhelming damage with this Desolator. 9 killing pretty much anyone throughout the duration of that stun from the spear.
All the things to do. Free farm Skeeter Wraith King, like Tundra, no matter what.
That is the Tundra dream, isn't it? That is the Tundra dream. This is, I don't think they'll have any complaints with the way that the game's going so far. This first 20 minutes, this is how Tundra has been winning the games that they have been in the league.
Yeah, there an illusion rune for Skeeter now.
Oh,
like, thank you very much.
Oh yeah,
it's
you gotta love that.
And yeah, now you can walk into Roche because you're gonna have lanes shoved even without his presence.
All right, pop the ghost. Go for a nice easy Roche. You can't really come over if you're Liquid. I don't think you're ready to fight this. You can't jump into this lineup right now.
DPS BKB, like they're online. Tundra's heroes are ready to go, and until you have double BKB on PA Enigma, you are not on the side of Liquid.
Oh, Insane here. He's been found. He was trying to take some sentries out, but Biber closes the gap. And Insania will go down. So Roshan, Aegis, and a kill as well. Bringing in both the mid and the top lane. Tundra just keeping the pressure up. At 21 minutes in, 9k lead. They're having a brilliant time here against Liquid so far.
Yeah, I don't even know what to say really, Owen. Like, end of the day, whatever Liquid does right now isn't really relevant. Their win condition is BKB Taiga. They are not winning a fight until that is online, and I don't even think they can fight. Like, look at the top net worth. Those are 2 Tundra heroes. They both have an Aegis.
They're going for 9. See what he can do. He gets the arena out. They've killed him once. He's going to be back for round 2.
Alone.
Oh, he gets the blink off though. He's off to the side, and now he's back to the safety of sort of Skeeter as well. We're going to see Mickey jump in onto Fada. Look at the Crystal Maiden. They won't get anything else out of this. But obviously on the side of Tundra, that was their Aegis, and they don't get much done with that.
okay. I suppose the Kyle curse still effective, but I did not expect a wandering Mars to just isolate himself inside the Radiant jungle. He was also right under the outpost, so Taiga was able to join. That secures the kill on Fada. And they also don't get the tier 2 top, which means outposts are still unable to be activated. Quite for rushing for the BKB next too, but just a bit concerned. Even these birds, if the bulwark is toggled, will end up just kind of ineffectively hitting Nine's shield rather than the intended target. And in addition, Skeeter now with the blink, finally taking this big ancient stack. I'm sure he'll be gunning for the backline almost this entire game. He's getting the AC as well, very nice. You know, physical damage control is going to be the name of this game.
Bottom
to make sure his teammates is alive.
Oh, he's actually going to get out. Biver, he missed the roll. Oh, no, it's okay. 33's able to secure that. That was close there. Yeah, Biver just slightly off with the roll, so Boxy was able to jump away. At 33, able to make sure that that mistake didn't lose them the kill. Oh, Skeeter's just running in. I mean, Nine has got the arcane room ready with the Blink Arena. Still 3k gold unspent, so there's going to be a bit of Nine that would want to get his next item done before they really commit for a fight.
Yep, they want tier 2 bot. You're perfectly content asking for a team fight.
Obviously, that's a great reaction there from Boxy to very nearly surviving that escape.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
That Liquid have the ability to smile. I mean, you know, again, they're not risking anything here, but you've got to be feeling the pressure. Everybody, you know, Taiga, #1 MMR in Europe. Please, make some magic. He's got the Philosopher's Stone. Minute by minute, it's ticking. The BKB will be up soon. And that perhaps is the window to make your move. But good.
And he's carried games before. You know, and on an Enigma, would you say it's a pretty good hero to save games like this game?
Oh, for sure. Although, it's a tough save, Owen. Looks like Ags, the pickup on Mars next. Boxy, silent.
Biver. This time he gets a nice opening here. The spear won't connect, though. But they'll still have him on the way down. Another stun comes into play. Another kill added here to the tally of Tundra.
Perfect roll from Biver, making sure he didn't get the dissimulate off post-yules. Taiga does have enough gold now to finish the BKB, though, as Tundra continue to just control the map. If they are... Yeah, they should be able to get all 4 bounties here. Get that lead to 10k. And they recognize their mistakes in that first match against OG. No longer will armor be an issue. Plate mail, Shiva's soon on the Death Prophet. Mars getting Ag, Skeeter going AC. They're gonna be just fine. And 4 bounties will be claimed.
There we go. Smoke up from Liquid. Let's see what they can find with this Blink BKB Enigma. Tundra a little split at the moment.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
This is your window.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
They can't go for Wraith King. They're looking to hunt anybody else.
Yeah. Fada. He might be the quick and easy kill here. We'll go on him, but the backup's actually going to come in. Biver's over as well as 9. Mickey having to put the BKB to commit for that kill onto the back. Koikford just dies instantly. Taiga will get the black hole, though, down onto the 3 of them. He's caught 9, he's caught Biver, and he's caught Skeeter. If the buyback's going to come out straight away from the 2 of them on Tundra, Skeeter, he'll go down the once. It was a great black hole, but was it good enough? As Taiga still ends up going down. Mickey, saved by the false promise, will be allowed to jump up to the high ground and get away. Boxy's able to TP out. Mickey, has he got any escape? He's going to try and TP, but they see him. They've got him caught. As Mickey, he will also end up falling, slowly but surely. As Skeeter still being the one to clean up. As that was their move there, Liquid. It was a great black hole from Taiga catching the 3 of them, but at this stage you need so much more to happen as you're down now 12k. Skeeter surviving throughout that whole fight pretty much has given him this completed assault cuirass.
It's just, I don't know what you do. I mean, as you said, they killed Skeeter once. They killed the supports, but they're going to buy back every time. And when Black Hole's used, they just don't have enough damage right now. I mean, the 3-3 Death Prophet is 2k ahead of the Visage. And he was trialing.
Visage just melts in these fights. Koifa's just dying.
Yeah.
If he's anywhere near Skeeter, a couple of hits and the Visage is gone.
Look at that. He wasn't even in the arena. He got crit and W'd by Mars, and he was dead.
Yeah. It's a tough game for him. And he's going for the BKB now, Koifa, but of course that's not really going to help him against that sort of insane amount of physical burst, especially now it's going to be amped up by that AC aura. With the AC in play, these Deso God's rebukes are going to hurt so much. And this.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, good luck against that. You get caught near this Wraith King and Mars, you're not going to last for long.
And look at the Ags. Yeah. Like this, how does Visage play Dota?
I see. It seems very difficult.
That's actually such an insane. So that's minus 10 armor. Those little guys are doing minus 10 armor every single attack on every target that they hit.
That's a lot. It's a lot. That's top Biver. He's hunting for Koifa. They're coming across it. That's Koifa. The dust will wear off. But the rest of the team's on their way over. He does have BKB and TP, and he's going to do it. He's going to do it. He has to. Koifa will get out. He's going to lose one of the birds, though. Yeah, I like this from 9 as well. Just he knows, just go for the full-out damage. You've already got the AC on the squad. You get yourself this Daedalus, and my goodness, you're going to be punching.
It's actually. He won't even be attacking. Like, I'm reading this Ags. I don't know why I haven't seen this, but this is insane. The soldiers deal full damage plus 75 and the procs.
Yep.
So they can crit. They apply corruption. They apply deso.
Yeah.
And there's 5 of them.
Yep. And I mean, what I was seeing is you're only just reading up on it, and of course you hit buildings with it. So you get to the racks or something. You put that out. You're hitting both racks at the same time, dude.
All right.
Radiant's top tower.
Who do you go for if you're Liquid? Well, you need all of them at once. Just clump them together. Taiga needs a 4-man black hole, possibly 5 for them to take this fight.
How quickly the familiars died to this? Oh, that quickly. You see, it just disappears as soon as it comes out.
Dire's middle tower.
You can't drop the familiars near 9. If they're dropped on the floor and you don't have a resummon, 9 just stands over them with bulwark and they just die. They die on they die as soon as they come up. There's no counterplay. Your hero is useless.
Through it. Like he takes 70% less damage and brings the projectiles towards him. Like what? I don't. What do you do?
I mean, we've seen our fair share of impossible games in the league, but this one seems to be I mean, Koifa's hero seems pretty redundant because of this Mars now at this state. I think honestly, this is Mickey, Taiga. You're looking to these cores now for the insane plays. And insane for the insane saves.
He's guarding the Roche pit and watching Spartacus. Oh my goodness! And Skeeter's gonna just finish an MKB real quick.
Yep. I don't know. I mean, you said it earlier. This game it's rapier or bust here for Mickey. He has to build up. Obviously, he still wants to get the Basher Abyssal, but then after that, he needs a rapier. If this PA can't get Abyssal and a rapier before the game ends, I don't know how Liquid win this match. I have a chance of winning this match,
I haven't seen how they win this match since I watched Skeeter free farm for 20 minutes.
Skeeter's still having it. He's loving it. He's just got an MKB finish.
He has almost 400 CS in 31 minutes, 605. And not just that, these 2 cores, it's not just that they do so much damage, they're so tanky.
I mean, we'll see here. Boxy. He's going to go for Fada. And they've got the Yules. Onto Skeeter, which will stop him for now. Insane has been silenced. Quoifer's got to go for the BKB TP out. He'll make it away. The Familiars won't. 9 cleans him up with the God's Rebuke.
He had an Arcane too, so that's up in 40 seconds, 30 seconds now.
Oh, and there's a DD room bottom, dude. Grab that for your soldiers. That would be pretty insane. They don't spot it right now.
Okay, yeah, just time to push. Here we go.
What do you do? I mean, Midnight Pulse is pretty good. I mean, Midnight Pulse, you know, it's always a very nice spell to sort of dissuade these tanky heroes from just standing up there and hitting your building.
Yeah, he got the Radius too, talented at 15, which I definitely like here. Yeah, it's probably the biggest source of damage they have right now against the Mars until the PA. Yeah, he actually is going for Nullifier over Rapier. I guess to deal with the Yules?
Sure, I mean, it means you can kill the DP very easily. It means you can kill Fodder very easily because of this Ghost Scepter. I mean, I'm sure there's 2 Yules. I mean, I guess that makes sense, right? You're right. If he gets Rapier, the chances that he's going to find are smaller. This at least allows Mickey to pop BKB, jump in, and kill one of these 3 heroes that at the moment have items to stop him from doing that. And to be fair, he's getting instead of the Basher build-up, right? So I think now you go Nullifier Rapier, right? You screw the Basher, you're getting Nullifier for the control, then you're able to get your big item afterwards. So this is good for Mickey. I think arguably this is better than Abyssal into Rapier because of their items. And I'll lose Quoifer, as of course he's a very easy kill for Tundra's heroes right now.
I legitimately don't know what Liquid can do other than pray for a 5-man black hole. You just don't do damage. Let's say you do find Skeeter, kill him once, you're not getting him again. Like his team, there's a DD bottled now. I mean, 9 is so farmed, he backpacked to Desolator. Now it's going to come up, and they just go.
Yeah, Skeeter's going in. 9's watching for an opportunity to start. I mean, Skeeter's dying very quickly in the Midnight Pulse. There's his first life gone.
Look at 9 bottom though. What is this? Ice Frog! Now, one potential oversight, Tundra, they don't have any BKBs. So they can be stun locked. They can die in the pulse with Oracle spam coming out. I think they're going to be content. They're just going to go farm.
Honestly, if if you're Tundra in this position, I think you're feeling that comfortable that you kind of want to have a bit of fun with the game. I think 9's saying, dude, I want the 25. Imagine this man with the plus 65% crit on him. That's when the fun really begins for the mid-Mars. So. I don't think they're going to feel too much pressure. Sure, the PA can be a bigger threat later on. Yeah, but as you say, killing this Wraith King twice and dealing with this damage output of 9 and 33 is going to be almost impossible, really, regardless of how farmed you are.
Yep, Mickey is catching up, and they did just hit 18 on Koifa, so bigger birds. The problem is it's Koifa versus the world, right? Like, he's able to match 9 in damage output, but then you compare Skeeter to Koifa, and you're like, oh god, what have we do here? It's Taiga, it's the Enigma being the equalizer, now second place in net worth on his team. I suppose he was the offlaner, however. But yeah, we'll see. I mean, right now it's just a game of cat and mouse. No Aegis, so Tundra going to be a little more conservative. Won't just go straight up high ground, but Swift Blink's soon to be complete on Skeeter. And then he's kind of just out item slots.
This is a solid item for the Ags, but of course for 9, you get the Satanic, and of course you're getting the lifesteal off everything that your soldiers hit. So you pop that in the middle of a team fight, and you're pretty much back up to full HP. As off to the side, Boxy. Look at the opening. He's able to get out with the jump. And again, I mean, honestly, these Midnight Pulses, it's the scariest thing that Liquid have right now. Tiger, he slams one of those down on the ground, and a huge amount of damage is done.
Oh my god. This Mars, dude. As you said, when he gets Satanic, he can just keep Bulwark toggled and now what?
Heal. Got Swift Blink on Skeeter done as well now. I mean, he's really starting to just kind of be completed with this build.
I guess with the Ags, Koifa can fly out of the Mars ulti, right?
He can. Correct.
So
That's
that
something.
sounds good.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
but
something.
then you see the Phalanx deployed, and you're just like, huh? How do I kill him? And we'll see. Liquid, you know, they're known for making magic. They have won games from hard spots before.
This is one of them. At least in terms of the position they're in. I don't know if necessarily going to be one they're going to win. As this is, you know, down 22k gold.
Are fortified.
Boxy. He's going to be able to find the lead in on Tafada. Try and jump and burst, but 9, he's in off the back lines. BKB comes out for Tiger. Oh, Tiger just immediately dies. The rebuke and one hit from the bulwark just takes out the Enigma completely. I mean, you can't fight this, Mars. You can't fight 9. A Ghost Scepter buys a little bit of time for Insania, but the damage is too much. It's too much. 9 just cleaning him up.
Oh man.
Dire's middle tower.
Well, I don't know if Liquid fans got what they wanted, but the Dota community will see a treat. Not often seen. A reset.
And look at this, just through the backdoor protection. At least they have got a fortification. This tier 4, it's soon to be taken down. And look at this, 2 racks at the same time, Kyle. Look at it go.
All right, everybody, I want to see the OS frogs. Anybody? Because this, what even is that? To quote a Dota legend, how is that even balanced?
Right, 31k down. Tiger always in. He's going to get Skeeter. I mean, is he going to get him the once? Okay, we'll get him.
Okay.
And that was with the reincarnation on cooldown. All right. That'll stop the push. That will stop the push for now. But that was, of course, Mickey also using the buyback.
Koifa just got almost an AC worth of gold and 2 levels off that fight.
Okay.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Here we go. Maybe.
Is Roche up? Unfortunately, not for 2 minutes. They got unlucky with the spawn, or maybe this would change things quite a bit more. But if Tundra just play it safe, run back to base, I think they'll still be okay. And yeah, they're just controlling the armor. A Solar and a Shiva's now done on 3-3. Viver, I think Vlad's will come up next, and they're just gonna chill. Liquid, a big fight win, but how do you get more out of it? You need BKB up on Koifa. He's hunting. Got the level 20 talent. Soul Assumption starting to deal, 20 damage per charge. It just doesn't seem as powerful 40 minutes into the game. Check it out, eh?
Tiger has got the refresher, so he'll have a black hole ready to go for that next fight.
That's the item. Oh, he got the shard too.
I mean, it does make the difference. You might be able to catch someone on just the edge of it if they're not quite prepared. Might slip in.
Can hit him with the gravity well. 20k deficit. What's Mickey got next? Satanic. Not for a little while. I don't know if Liquid want to take this fight. They only have the 1 black hole, and that's only if he refreshes. If they just wait, they'll have a fight with both around Roche on spawn.
They do need to, especially when Skeeter does have the reincarnate. They were fortunate to be able to jump in that position and timing where he didn't have the ult up. But when he does, yeah, they're absolutely going to need 2 rounds of the black hole from Tiger. See what Tiger goes next.
Scanning.
Did have the Lincoln's queued up earlier, but I mean, Lincoln's not necessarily that important for him to actually get these off. The BKB should do enough. He's going to get the E on. I mean, as we're saying, that this physical burst damage, he has to have something that stops him from just getting 100 to 0'd within a second. And then 9 gets on top of him. And this will do it.
It's really nice with refresher as well.
Yeah.
The only problem is that he's such a huge source of damage. If he gets Aeon popped and then gets the black hole off with the Midnight Pulse, half of the duration won't be dealing any damage, which could be a big concern for Liquid, but we'll see how it plays out. Roche is up. It's go time. This is the fight they need.
Tundra's sort of waiting for Liquid to show their hand here. They're not starting to go for the Roche. In fact, Boxy, he's going to jump in. They're going to find Fada and move him, but Skeeter's got him with the Ray 5 blast down onto Mickey. Mickey's going to be saved 9 and onto the back lines. Immediately, Tiger just falls. He goes down straight away. 9 is just too much damage from the Sparks, but Mickey, he is able to pick up the kill on him. 33 commits with the BKB and the Exorcism, but Mickey turning over towards another. Can Mickey do this? He's already used the BKB and the Satanic, though, and he's got nothing left to offer. As Mickey's down for 2 minutes. 33 and Skeeter, they'll run down. Quakefer is over the cliffs and is back to the safety of his base. But Tundra, they're on the chase. As Skeeter is diving in. Ooh, Quakefer able to duke out the wave for Rayfire stun with the Silent as the grave. But it's now just down to the two of them. As Tundra, they're ready to try and close this here. Only Boxy and Quakefer alive. What have they got to offer? They're losing the tier 4s. 9, he's going to get the soldiers out. Get them to work. As the towers are down, the Ancient exposed, and it will fall very, very quickly here to all of this physical damage Tundra have, as there we have it. GG is called. Tundra will take this game here in this series of best of ones against Liquid. So, Kyle, I mean, we'll obviously talk about it soon, but just to let the masses know whilst they're here, what does this mean?
Well, it means we get to do it all over again.
Do it all again, baby.
None of this counts, guys.
It doesn't
Wash
matter.
it away.
Reset. We're going to start from scratch. I mean, it's legitimately, I think we're all happy about that, because we're going to get to see some more Dota between these three teams. And, you know, you got to be honest, the games that we've had have been pretty exciting, pretty fun.
Sure.
This one was, I mean, what happened in this one, Kyle? I mean, to go back to the start, you sort of said it yourself, you didn't feel that sort of the lane setup from Liquid was going to really do too much, and it definitely felt that it kind of didn't in the long run. Like, what were they actually achieving with the way they tried to play the lanes, Carl?
You ruined Boxy's game. He's a support now with boots first. Skeeter's free farming, and mid, you know, Mars, you know, straight up 9 just beat Mickey. He's a damn good Mars. I might make some fans unhappy by saying this, but I feel like Tundra has looked the best today. You know, that game against
I think
OG,
people would agree. So, like, yeah, from these games, absolutely. You know, this showing from Tundra, they just looked hungry for it.
Oh, yeah. And even the game against OG, sure, they dropped it, but like, they were playing, I'd say they were pretty outdrafted, and they still killed OG over and over and over again. This here was a slaughter, and Liquid, you know, they pulled one over on OG in the first game. So we'll see. Like, I think we run it back the exact same order. So our next match is Liquid OG after a bit of a break, right? I think that's how we do it. I mean, that's the tiebreaker scenario. Just keep playing, guys. Eventually one of you is going to win too. But otherwise, we'll just be here all day. That's all right. It's good Dota.
Yeah, I mean, it really is. We're getting more of it, ladies and gentlemen. We will have a slightly longer break than what we've been having between the games to give teams to really sort of, you know, gather themselves and prepare for another round here of tiebreakers. But it shouldn't be too long enough. Of course, we will get a timer on your screen to let you know exactly how long we'll be waiting. But I wouldn't estimate anything longer than like half an hour. So don't go anywhere. Oh, even 15 minutes. Okay, so we won't even have... Yeah, straight to... Never mind, scratch that. We're going to be getting the games on. The players have said we want to keep playing, so don't worry. There's not going to be that much of a break at all, I've been informed. So 15 minutes. Don't go anywhere. We are going to be back with another round of tiebreaks.